What is up,
Hello.
business communities? Emily, is this episode 8?
Yes. Yeah, it is.
There was once upon a time, there was
ago.
a show called The 8.
Yeah, I heard of it.
And it was great. Because
was.
people would set the date to watch The Great 8.
Mm-hmm.
This is not The 8.
Not the 8. This is Live to Tell.
This is Live to Tell. I love this. This is also the 8th episode in a row that Emily has refused to be mic'd.
She's like, great. That's what I like.
She still doesn't talk. Like, even next week.
It's an eternal next week.
She goes like this. I got nothing to kick this off. Let's
All right,
just start.
just dive right
Fantastic news.
Fantastic. So there was a recent feature in the April edition of Forbes talking about Burger King and how it was able to bounce back. They kind of did a thing where they were selling their corporate locations to franchisees. They opened 1,000 restaurants last year, which is 400 more than like a McDonald's or a competitor. They've been doing a lot of internal work to become more of a cool brand with, I think a lot of their products and stuff have been tailored towards a younger demographic, which came with a younger executive leadership team. I think it's just a cool story of how a brand was kind of able to reinvent itself. They had a little bit of a misstep lately. They had like a super racist ad that came out that they had to pull. So like they're not winning across all fronts, but like they're trying. I give them credit for that.
So you're a Burger King fan? You ate Burger King last when?
High school.
Well, let's requote that. I can't even make that noise.
It was like a snort.
High school.
I like to keep things interesting. I'm not like a fan of Burger King, but I do appreciate a brand that doesn't let itself go stale.
All right. What about our own fast foodie? When's the last time you had Burger King?
I honestly couldn't tell you. At like an airport somewhere?
At an airport?
I didn't think so.
No.
I would never choose Burger King.
I would never choose Burger King. Got some work to do there, BK. I'm still angry at BK.
I know, they steal our stuff. Maybe that's the key to their success.
It's us?
It's us.
Or their lack thereof?
Yeah, it's their CEOs that were watching our videos.
All right. Fantastic.
Fantastic.
Flame grilled burgers. Wait, did we talk about their vegan one?
Mm-mm.
That's pretty neat.
Are they doing the Impossible Burger?
Yeah, but it's like the Whopper without beef. Like, it's at 0% beef. Like, instead of 100% beef. I thought that was
I mean,
interesting.
that's legit.
All right, we're in Celebrity. Did you already play Celebrity? Oh.
She's keeping up with us.
Got it. Who's our celebrity?
Oh my god, I didn't even mean to lead in with keeping up, but I finally found a way to bring Kim Kardashian into all of this. Nick's gone. That's fine. I can handle it. So I don't know if you are like me and obsessed with that whole family, but
Nope.
in her...
Nope. Let me answer your question.
No?
Nope.
All right. Hear me out on this one, all right? It's going to take me a minute to get there, but I think it's worth it. So in her Vogue cover, which just came out, she's doing her first solo cover of Vogue. She said that she was studying to become a lawyer, which, LOL. So she's doing a 4-year apprenticeship at a law firm, and then she wants to take the bar in 2020. It's not like she's going to law school or anything like that.
Wait.
I'm tying it back to business, I promise.
Sure. She's not going to law school.
No.
She's going to do an apprenticeship
Yes.
at a law firm and then try taking the bar.
Yes.
Lori Loughlin, I think you have a business opportunity here. Kim Kardashian's going to need some money to have that bar passed.
Oh, yeah. No, that's harsh. Anyway.
Frank Gallagher to the rescue.
Yeah, no kidding. He'll come up with something. At least, well, I mean, that's a different story. We can get into that at a later date.
All right, so
I'm tying it back to business by saying that it's a warning that something that you need to be able to... Hold on. How do I phrase this appropriately? Brands can't sleep on things that pop up a la Kim Kardashian. So if there's going to be a trend like an influencer that you think is going to be a joke, or you think that it's something that can't be taken seriously, you could even say social media as a whole. 10 years ago, Kim Kardashian was a D-list celebrity, and last year she literally had a meeting with the sitting president in a White House to free someone from prison.
But I got a question before we get to that.
Yes.
What did you just say?
Brands can't sleep on
Nope,
trends.
not that part. What did you call her?
A D-list celebrity?
Nope.
I don't know. What did I call her?
An influencer?
Yeah.
Is it an influencer or is it an influencer?
Influencer.
You sure?
An influencer? Did you say something different?
I say an influencer.
Oh, an influencer?
Which one is it?
Oh, I was like, did we not just say the same exact thing?
No, you said influencer.
An influencer. I don't know.
Emily, what is it?
Influencer. I don't know.
Influencer. Thank you.
Influencer.
Vote for Nick. Boom. All right.
I mean, I barely hear a difference.
I'm told all the time that I say things wrong. All I was trying to do is
I'm
get
fine if
clarification.
I'm fine if I say it wrong.
I don't know if you said it wrong or not. I would just ask more clarification. I don't want to be the one that's. Do you know how many people
Influencer.
allowed me to say it resignates? Yeah, resignates.
Resignates.
There's no G. What was
Yeah.
I doing?
That's my argument and how I'm figuring out a way to tie this back to business is that if something comes up that people think, oh, that might not last, obviously there's going to be a risk involved with any type of new thing that you're trying to bring on board. But you can't be afraid of tapping into whatever the latest and greatest thing is because eventually it could be the thing that makes or breaks you. Brands that didn't get on top of
The law
social-
firm's smart, though. I'll tell you that.
Oh, hell yeah.
What law firm?
Somewhere in San
Maybe
Francisco.
not.
I don't know.
Maybe not.
Maybe they're not. Her dad was a lawyer, I guess.
He was. He also dated or was married to Priscilla Presley, I think.
Was he really?
Yeah. Yeah, weird, like the whole Michael Jackson thing.
Post MJ, yeah. So that's my lesson here.
I'm just gonna say this.
My large leap.
I'm not jealous. It's not jealousy. It's frustration that there's people that haven't done anything and really don't have good opinions.
That then become.
You know, they're just good looking. What?
That would have been so funny.
Man, I wish you were mic'd up. Look,
I mean, that too.
my parents made me look this way.
Well, I mean,
They could have, like, ultimately, my dad was in charge of what I was, male or female. He could have made me Kim Kardashian.
I think the reason that their family is the way
I
that
would've had
it
to
is
find a Ray
because
J
I mean,
at some
now
point,
we're like
but-
way on top of. We're just
How
going
did-
off in a
How
rant.
did I just get away with that, by the way?
I just moved on from
What
it.
did I just say?
The Ray J.
You did good.
Oh, I heard it. I moved right on.
I thought that was a good comment.
I'll end by saying the reason their family is the way that they are is because Kris Jenner is like the greatest PR mind, bar none. She's a genius.
You think she's smarter than me at PR? Get out of here.
It's family PR, yeah. She turned their family into a freaking empire. You've turned this business into an empire, so you're
She
smart.
didn't Ray J. She didn't come up with that idea.
Yeah,
You
but
twisted it.
Yeah,
She's-
PR.
She's all right. She's a spin doctor.
Yeah, she's brilliant at PR. She keeps her family.
Yeah,
in the
like
news.
if you want to buy me flowers, just go ahead now. You know what I'm saying?
I won't be here next week because I will no longer be employed in No Limit Agency. It's been
Did you
real.
quit? Are you
No.
resigning on air?
No, I feel like you're firing me.
Why?
Because I just called Kris Jenner the smartest PR mind. Moving right on. Cash money.
I think it's entertaining. Cash money.
All right.
Put
So.
the cash in the money and the money in the cash.
Oh, yeah. We got to bring back your.
All right, cash money.
All right. So brands are starting to get really vocal about bragging about what they are giving their workers for workers' comp. So Amazon is the latest to kind of throw their hat into this ring, being like, you know, you can try to match, but we have $15 minimum wage. Brands like Walmart and Target are announcing wage hikes as this conversation about minimum wage continues to become a thing. At some point, I feel like there's going to be a tipping point. I do think that Amazon in that field probably does treat its employees the best, but...
Here's my opinion. College education is disappearing.
Mm-hmm.
Therefore, if the value of a college education is gone, therefore, the marking of how you get paid more than the rest of the world will no longer be there. Therefore, it's going to be based on skill and work ethic, not education. Therefore, minimum wage is going to correct itself because you won't need a college education to determine what you make.
Yeah.
So I think all this is coming anyway. And in my opinion, I don't think college educations were shit right now. I think, and what
I think depending on what career you're going into, it is.
Sure. For our careers in marketing or PR or writing or artistic, graphic design, anybody in this room, we didn't need our college education to get us to this point. We needed some hustle, some common sense.
But if I had applied and you looked at a resume and it didn't have college on it, would you have tossed it out?
Absolutely. But I'm saying it's changing.
Yeah.
Therefore, all that money that these families or children are spending on college, and college education's going up. The price is going up, but the value is going down. Yeah.
I'm really fighting this microphone right now.
Like eventually, minimum wage should correct itself, because minimum wage should someone. Here's my opinion.
Okay.
There's like 6 people watching, so I'm not worried. My opinion is this. There should not be a minimum wage. If you suck at your job, you should not be getting paid a minimum. Why? If you're the best person, let's just take a minimum wage job.
Yeah.
Flipping hamburgers.
Okay.
And you are the best hamburger flipper in the world.
Right.
And someone comes in and takes some of that money out of your pocket. You're a great hamburger flipper.
Yeah.
Don't you... Forget about college education. You deserve to get paid more.
Yeah.
But the business won't ever pay you more, because if minimum wage is if wage is minimized and owned by the government, then you, Mrs. Perfect Hamburger Tosser,
it's my new job.
Won't get what you deserve. And it's not education based.
Yeah.
So because the business won't be able to afford you. So I think, first of all, that's me getting people all riled up. But yes, should minimum wage be higher? Absolutely. The bottom is struggling to make ends meet. Businesses are becoming more profitable. The wealthy are continuing to get more wealthy. Period. That's how this world is working right now. And there's not much correction. My true opinion is that the college education is going to be worthless for most. Even an engineer, a computer programmer, they can learn, like in a world of YouTube, you can learn pretty much anything you want. You want to learn how to change a tire, go on YouTube. You want to learn how to send a kite into outer space. I'm sure you can figure it out on YouTube. The value is going to decrease. Therefore, this should right size things over time. The end. You didn't disagree with me, but I think you disagree with me.
I don't. I think that I would need to learn more about it before I would agree or disagree with you.
Kris Jenner, you don't got anything on this one. Her face in a meeting the other day, she's like this. And you can see like smoke coming out of her ears. I go, Cassie, go ahead, say your opinion. She goes, I need a little bit more time to calculate to prepare for my answer.
I mean, I think that's fair.
You weren't pissed at me, though. For the record, she was not pissed at me.
I wasn't pissed at anyone.
She was pissed at the minimum wage workers.
Super pissed. They're taking my hamburger jobs.
Hold on, is this some symbol for something, Emily? You're a producer. What? Can you tell me what this means?
It's just like her own little emoji.
What's next?
Oh man, forward thinking. We're talking about Amazon again because they're continuing to take over the world.
Cool.
Amazon will do. Cool. So they announced that they're going to be sending 3,236 satellites into orbit. So the intention is going to be to bring high-speed internet to like remote regions of the world. Apparently, I'm back in my philanthropic kick here. But Elon Musk like threw shade at it because like they're trying to do the same thing with SpaceX or whatever that company is that he runs. But it's just, I mean, someone's going to do it someday. My money's on Amazon because I feel like they figured everything else out. But
yeah, Elon Musk is busy getting high.
He's hanging out with, what's her face?
Snoops. Oh, he's got a new girlfriend?
Didn't he get... Or I'm thinking of someone else. I don't know. I think I'm thinking of someone else.
Look, I encourage our clients to do the same stuff. Like, make yourself relevant. And Amazon does an amazing job at keeping themselves relevant. So, you want to talk about space? They're going to talk about how they can probably throw something in that black hole that they just found. They're gonna like trademark or... Oh, the black hole. That's where you put...
The black hole brought to you by Amazon.
That's where you return packages. What do you think's in a black hole?
I don't know.
What do you think?
Nothing. Just a whole lot of nothingness. That or an entire other universe. I don't know. Space, I try not to think about it.
How effed up would that be?
It's like a whole other universe?
Yeah, what if they're... And and you're in it again.
I hope she's doing good. I hope she's thriving.
What if there's a planet called Karma, and when you do something bad here, Cassie in that world does something.
I'm so sorry,
like,
other me.
Gets hit by a karma bus.
Then she's probably looking real rough.
I swear to you, there has been no alcohol or drugs used in the production of this
really
week's podcast.
We're just this special.
All right.
Friend or foe?
Foe.
It actually is a foe. So you're like, you wrote this week. It's definitely negative. All right. So there's this new study that's out that basically says that
Nope, there's no foe in that.
No.
Like mentally, I was wondering if there's a foe in that. Right? There's no foe?
There's no foe. There's a doe.
There's a doe.
There's a doe and a
friend
fa.
or doe? Fa or doe?
Fa or doe. Jesus. All right. So it's a doe. And yeah, new study out that's saying that an unhealthy diet, or unhealthy diets, plural, lead to more deaths than
No! Wait a
wild.
second. You eat poorly and you die sooner?
No, they're saying that your diet's gonna kill you more than a cigarette will. The study, it's like, at this point...
Yeah, because...
No kidding.
Like, the amount of food you put in your body...
directly impacts the way that you
Yes!
live. Yeah.
I saw something... There was
11 million deaths are linked to poor diets. That's a lot of death.
There was an article on Medium. I should find this and show you. But it was... A girl wrote an interesting story about alcohol and anxiety. That she mapped out the United States, and the states that have the highest amount of alcohol abuse also have the highest level of anxiety. So anxiety should lead to eating poorly and heart attacks.
It all goes together.
So it's booze.
Yep.
I like booze, though.
Same.
You like booze, Emily?
I mean, same.
Yeah, same. Cool.
Glad we all agree.
Foe. Don't eat your bad faux food. Food that's bad for you.
Oh my goodness. There it is. It took you the block, but we got there. All right. We're heating up now. We're moving on.
I sometimes want to just replay like the first version of it was probably the Weekly Sizzle then.
No, it was the 8 when I started. Yeah.
You're like, I like franchising.
And now I'm like out here like cussing me like
fuck that, fuck this.
No, I'm like, no, not you, Kris Jenner. It's fine. It's my plan. I slowly just creep my way in there and then I become more vocal. All right.
What should I write about?
Robots.
Did we start this? All right, good.
Robots are taking over your sales job.
What was this? Oh my God, we got to get Emily. All of a sudden, she just went like this. Does that mean we start or stop? All right. Robots are taking over the world. Tell me more.
Your sales job. So basically...
the sales jobs. Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Do you need more? Want me to
keep
go
going.
into it more?
I like this. It'll get me excited about something.
So your whole argument is essentially that technology is obviously creeping its way into business and people that are in a sales role. You might be afraid of that, but ultimately there's going to come a point because technology and robots right now are so dependent and 100% really dependent on data and being reactive to something. They don't have... People still are going to trump something. It's kind of like our whole philosophy here. Brands don't sell brands. People do.
It's an interesting column.
It is.
I'm going to have to read this one. Yeah, all right, so here are my few points. Do I think robots are taking over this world? No. Do I think people are going to lose jobs because of robots?
Yeah.
Yes. Do I think new jobs will be created? Yes. It's the way that things work. Because if we don't behave that way, then we're going to be done as a society anyway.
See ya.
I mean,
we'll be in the black hole.
Do I think robots will take over sales jobs? Not completely. At the end of the day, people sell brands. However, I think AI is interesting. I mean, if my car lease is coming up, I've talked about this. I still got to figure out what I want to get next. Maybe a Pinto. But if AI can read me and give me the sales experience that I'm looking for, then that eliminates one of those nasty car salesmen that are going to call me 7,000 freaking times to get me to buy their damn car that all I want to do is test drive it. So if some robot can say, hey, Joe, pause. Nick is going to buy, but he's going at this process. Something to make it easier for them in the sales process. I think it wins. Wait, where did the clock go? Emily killed the clock. She goes, I don't know.
She doesn't know.
Well, whatever time was left on that one, it's there.
We're keeping this
somewhere.
really succinct as it is. So,
So what do you think about robots, everybody? Share some comments in the notes below.
I was so like Sesame Street. Like, so kids, what do you think about robots?
What is your favorite Sesame Street character?
Muppet or particular to Sesame Street?
Oh, Muppet. What was that?
It's gotta be Sesame Street, not Muppets. They're different.
No, they're literally all Muppets.
They are all
They're all
Muppets.
created by Jim Henson. Some of them just live on Sesame Street, some of them don't.
Some of them don't know their address.
Am I on drugs today? This is like the weirdest.
Something in the air. Cubs are 3 and 8. All right, so what is it?
Sesame Street or Muppet?
Either.
Muppet, what's his name? Bleeker, the guy that just murmur.
Oh my God, there's so much good material on this. Once we start cutting these things up for social, we're gonna have a million freaking clips for this. I'm gonna go with Fonzie. Fonzie?
Fuzzy Bear.
Fonzie
Damn it,
is
what's
Happy
going on?
Days.
That's him.
What? That guy wasn't a Muppet? Fozzie.
Sup, Henry Winkler? I hope you watch.
All right, what's yours? M.
Kermie.
Kermie.
That was actually pretty good.
All right. Sorry. Apologies. That was a disaster.
We try.
We tried. This is another episode of people talking shit about business.
See ya.
The end.